Let this journey be about love and only love. If you are walking this path with some agenda in your mind, that would actually be very, very heavy on your soul. Because if you're trying to do something or trying to get something from the journey or your union or your masculine or feminine, and you think that, I might make all these efforts so that I can get peace, so that I can get something from the journey, then it will become more and more difficult. But actually, this journey is a journey in itself, and journey has brought you something amazing. Walking this path itself becomes the biggest gift. Now, where it leads you it's towards God, it's towards your harmonious union. Trusting that is enough. It is not about you carving the path yourself. So every time I remember when someone comes into coaching and they are like, but I'm not in communication with my twin flame, and how do you think we will have a relationship so fast? Believe me, my friends, this journey is not about building your relationship first on the outside and then it gets better and better. That's the way the soulmate dynamic works, or other relationships work. First you meet and then you are like, okay, you look at each other's or observe each other's habits or behaviors and all of that. But this journey is not about that. This journey is only and only inside out. And if you try to do it the other way, it's going to push your twin flame away from you, because you're trying to get something from them. And if you're trying to get something from them, like maybe you're trying to get security, you're trying to get comfort from them, you're trying to get commitment from the outside, if you try and do that, that's going to push him away, because you are trying to get that from yourself when you haven't built that foundation within you emotionally. So how do you actually get it on the outside is first building that emotional bridge within. And when you feel actually satisfied within that, actually I don't even need it on the outside because I have it so much on the inside, that's when it starts happening on the outside. So that's the key. A lot of people ask me, how can we determine that we are close to our union? The best way to find out is actually feeling your feelings about how do I feel about my commitment with myself and my life. Not making your twin flame union as some kind of a goal or an agenda, but actually feeling into your feelings and your life, your dreams, your dreams alone. Like, of course, your dream includes your twin flame, but not because that person needs to commit to you, that's when you can have your dreams. No, you live that dream right now. So for example, you have a dream of wanting to have a beautiful home with your twin flame and start doing your life purpose. Maybe you know what your life purpose is, or there's a desire to bring creativity in your life, joy in your life. Start cultivating those things right now. You don't need to wait for them to happen and that's when you'll know, okay, you've had your union, or that's when you know. No, this path is internal first and then external, which actually makes it much, much easier for you, because you don't need their confirmation, you don't need their permission to I will only walk this path when I have a confirmation or commitment from my twin flame. That's going to just keep you in a loop. That's going to keep you frustrated, because you're like, twin flame, give me confirmation, that's when I'll walk this path. That's like talking to a mirror and the mirror is saying, I'm going to walk this path if you give me confirmation. So it's going to be in a loop. So rather than looking at your twin flame for confirmation, then walking the path, do it the other way around. Assume that whoever God has shown you, that this person is your twin flame, and it is safe to do that. It is not like you are cheating on yourself or telling yourself a lie. Once you start committing to the journey, all the universe is asking you for is follow the steps. Sometimes you are shown a person that, okay, you can easily commit to. Maybe you really like that person and the universe is aware of that right now your consciousness is happy to accept this person as your twin flame. As you walk this path, you will change, your mind will change, your personality will change. You will actually see that your love list will also change. You would want not a guy who is maybe probably just good looks on the outside but not really a nice person in the heart. But as you mature, as you keep going forward on the journey, that's when you realize that actually I didn't want just the good looks. I wanted someone who is loyal, who has deep emotions, who is able to express himself, etc., etc. So that's when you start seeing that there might be changes on the external. That person that you thought was your twin flame might start leaving your consciousness or sending a different kind of a signal. That's when the universe will start showing you your real path. So it is about trusting the journey first. So it isn't about you drawing the path to your twin flame. It is about walking the path that God has laid out for you, which makes it extremely easy. And trust me, it takes time to trust it. First of all, we are so used to, okay, wherever, even if we go to the market, we need to know the map. We go on Google Maps and we are like, okay, where is the market? And this is, I have to take left, and there is a comfort to that. Yes, you do have a Google map. You do have that. But the fact is, it is not going to be according to you. It may look very different from what you may think it is. You may think like, okay, maybe you're coming from a traditional background and you're like, okay, if I need to marry a man, it needs to be an arranged marriage and my parents will go and speak to their parents and it'll be done. But my dear friends, this is not how Twin Flame Union works. I've had so many people, and it's very much embedded in Indian consciousness. This could be very, very simple, but it gets very complicated when it comes to Twin Flame Union. Nothing can be forced through this. So you will have to earn it in the way that you will have to earn your own trust. You don't need to rely on your parents or any other consciousness in order to attract your union. This time it's going to be you versus you. So basically it's not like universe is against you. This is you actually coming to conclusion that I am loved. I am loved by myself. I am loved by every person on this planet. I am loved by Twin Flame as well. And assuming that, knowing that even if your twin flame is triggering you, all you need to do is do the mirror exercise and love yourself in that place and see your twin flame change. As your twin flame changes, they naturally will gravitate towards you. This is a very strong gravitational pull, my friends. It is like moon and earth and sun. It's like it's that strong. That's what the universe is made of. Universe is made of love. Love is the highest gravitational force. So you don't need to do anything extra, because even if you do anything extra, it's going to be repelling to your union. So it is better to release all those paths that you thought in your mind. Maybe I'll give them a call and this is how we'll meet and this is how we'll bump into each other. I'll go into those common pubs where he goes. That's when we will bump into each other. No, you don't need to think about all these things. All you need to do is follow the path that universe has laid out. God will bring you your twin flame to you. Even if you go to a different country, your twin flame will follow you. So you don't need to follow what your mind says. Follow what your heart wants. And let your heart lead in this place. When you allow your heart to lead, that's when you create joy for yourself. You're not trying to force yourself to live a plastic life, live a life of what the ego world has to offer. After you have awakened, I know you find it even more difficult to follow that kind of map that the world has given you. You become a lawyer, become whatever the world has forced you to think. But it's okay to let that go now. Let go of the paths that your mind had thought and be open to receiving new paths that God had laid out. Maybe do this practice every day. In the morning you wake up and you're like, okay, God, I surrender all my ideas to you and I'm open to receiving your ideas, because I know you know what is best for me. You know what will bring me joy even more than I can imagine. That's exactly what happened with me. I had no idea that I would have fun actually creating content and being a coach. I had no idea, absolutely. I knew that I wanted to sing and I probably become a singer one day, and that'll bring me ultimate peace and joy. But actually, I still follow my passion for singing, so I am training in Indian classical music since 11 years now. I love it. I do it for the fun of it. But this was the path that God had laid out for me, and I actually am having amazing fun doing this. The more I do it, the more my union also gets strengthened. So it is not about what it looks on the external, or it's all about trusting where the divine is leading you. So I hope this video has served you. Keep watching. I have an upcoming workshop which is on the 21st of April and the 28th. It's going to be a 2-day workshop on intuition. This is very much aligned to the topic that we spoke about. It is about knowing what your heart is saying. How do you know that this is going to be the right decision for you? How can you tap into your intuition to follow where the journey is leading you? It's going to be amazing, my friends. A lot of people are blocked here because of blockage in the third eye and in your heart. So we will be doing some guided meditations and also making affirmations and choices that will clear these paths for you and allow you to follow how and have a proper map how to follow your intuition, how to listen to that, and how to follow and how to engage with life through that consciousness and actually receive your harmonious union. All right, my friends, this is great opportunity. Go ahead and sign up for the workshop, and I will see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. See you next day. Bye.